The word of the day is shrinkage. And I'm not talking about what happens to the back of your nappy ass head when water hit that motherfucker. You're not talking about the back of my head, because I shave that shit right off if it don't get into no dreadlock, girl. What I mean by shrinkage is minimizing yourself, your opinion, your accomplishments, and you would do that to obfuscate an environment, person, place, or thing. Well, why do people do that? Shrinking yourself could be a trauma response, especially dealing with the way that you were raised. If your parents never facilitated an open and expressive environment, sometimes you might diminish or shrink your opinion because it was never warmly received in your family unit. You understand what I'm saying? Inversely, if you disagree with a group of people, you could shrink your opinion, you could shrink your assertion to not go against the grain of what everybody else is believing or what everybody else is perceiving to be the truth. Now, keep in mind, all personality types are not the same. I have a very boisterous and rebellious personality, so I really don't or have never experienced an issue with shrinking myself. I mean, the only thing that will shrink is my penis, and it only shrinks down to 12 inches because everybody know I got an 18-inch penis. So this is a topic I wouldn't have been able to discuss if I didn't empathize with my girls. No matter what the reason is of you shrinking yourself, you are doing yourself, your spirit team, and the gods that govern your reality a disservice by minimizing your energy in any regard. It all comes down to the value you place on yourself, or the value you've been taught to place on yourself and the energy that you possess, whether that energy is expressed through words or art, or whether you have a passion and nobody around you is facilitating the energy necessary for you to ascend into the passion that you have. If that was the case for me, I would be a boy in a call center or working behind the scenes at a fucking radio station, and Lord knows I couldn't do none of that. You are doing yourself a disservice. You have shrunken yourself to the point where you are assimilating in a society that was built to take money and your energy from you. Okay? You are shrinking and minimizing yourself to fit in with a group of people who don't even have an assertion of their own. You are shrinking yourself to get a job that God don't even want you to have because he has a passion laid upon your heart to pursue. How do we not shrink ourselves if we are accustomed to shrinking ourselves is the question, right? And I have an answer for you. You create a version of yourself that is not shrunk. For instance, Brandon. Sir, come here. Brandon. He's a bit smaller than Bootz. Brandon is a bit more insecure about himself than Bootz is with myself, you understand? Come here! The way you create another version of yourself is you write down the qualities that you long to possess, and you put a name to all of those qualities at one time. I chose to call that name Bootz, and Bootz has been boisterous, assertive, strong. Even when I operated in the Brandon spirit, you still couldn't tell me shit. I just wasn't as obtusely vocal as I am now. So I'll give you the remedy that I used. I used my disability of having multiple personalities, and I made it work in a genius way for me. And that way, Bootz is able to say things that Brandon would never. So, do you have you can call it an alter ego, but it's deeper than that. This is a spiritual archetype that you create and embody when you have particular tasks. Now, is Bootz gonna go to a press conference? Not at all. I'm gonna step up in there like a real nigga because I gotta sign those papers. But Bootz wouldn't operate well there. So yes, you have to code switch your personality. But the same way I can say fuck you, Brandon can say, hey, I ain't really fooling with you like that. You understand? So you don't change your assertion, but you have to have a part of yourself that can bring out what has been shrunk. You see what I'm saying? I know somebody feels this. And in doing that, you start combating the trauma that made you shrink yourself in the first place. The biggest thing or mentality that you need to have in terms of combating against shrinkage is when it comes to everybody else who ain't you. I don't give a fuck if it's your mother, your father, your children. Fuck them.
So fuck y'all. Look at this hoe. Yeah, we know.
It might sound harsh, but I don't mean it in that way. You can only experience life through your eyes. So why the fuck would you hold your energy back for people who are living through their eyes? Like that, the math makes sense, and if you are a right brain person, you can start to assimilate this philosophy into your reality. There's no reason to shrink anything other than a dick that just got done coming. Thank you for listening to the word.